when lives are on the line.
Are there any obvious injuries?
These men and women will risk theirs.
The lad who was driving got blood coming out of his face.
To save yours.
RTC trap.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear. There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The two Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof.
Oh yeah. He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them.
She's absolutely locked in. Okay, good.
To deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine.
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
At high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high stakes.
Worst case scenario, this is life-threatening.
No, you can't. It's just oxygen. It's just oxygen. Take some big breaths. She's giving you some medicine to make you feel sleepy now. Just try to relax. He's got a fixed squint over to the left-hand side, which can be a marker that there's a bleed inside the head around the brain.
High risks.
We try our very best not to take agitating patients in the aircraft because they are difficult to manage.
There's a coach stopped here now, just right below.
This is John, he's 27, approximately 60 miles an hour, and on the plane.
You can't wiggle your right foot. Dead. It's dead, is it?
And high drama.
One of the major arteries to the heart will be blocked.
Clear trees on the right, clear on the left.
And if not treated quickly and unblocked, it can lead to cardiac arrest.
Very clammy and very sweaty.
Blame us for having a heart attack.
It's a murky morning in the Pennines, but 25 miles away at Air Ambulance headquarters, the sun has burned through the morning mist. And the team are ready to go.
Good job.
Dispatcher Daz has seen a 999 call about a serious fall.
Yeah, it's Keithley, mate.
Okay.
Fallen off ladder, Keithley. Not conscious. I mean, there's a crew 6 minutes away, but I'm not going to wait.
Dr. Andy and paramedics Paul and Tony are heading up into the hills, towards the bad weather.
Mate, we'll just go out of here straight up, and it'll be a turn to the right, which I'm expecting to be slightly northerly.
Pilot Lee's job is to get his medics to their patient.
We don't have a lot of information. We've been told he's fallen from a ladder. Initial report was that he was unconscious, and the update said that he's still slipping in and out of consciousness, which, that can mean a huge variety of things to different people. So we're not entirely sure what we're going to find. It could be that he's had a medical problem that's made him fall from the ladder, or it could be that he's sustained an injury, particularly to his head.
An ambulance crew is already on the scene, and they're reporting that the patient is agitated and aggressive, a telltale sign of brain damage.
Worst case scenario, this is life-threatening. Could be bleeding inside the head. That builds up the pressure, and that in effect just pushes the brain down, compresses the brain stem, and that controls your breathing. So the sooner that we can get there and provide some support to the ambulance crew that are already there, potentially the better for the patient.
But as they approach their destination, weather conditions are against them.
There's a lot of fog around, isn't there, and stuff, or low-lying, whatever it is.
Yeah, we're just looking at that, mate. I mean, we're just discussing either dropping you off, guys, off just a little bit off-piste. Maybe on a bit of high ground.
Pilot Lee's a war veteran who used to fly Apache gunships. It will require all his skill to get them to the accident scene.
It is, no.
Go ahead, mate.
Yeah, just a quick update then, guys. We got your message regarding fog in the vicinity. Once we get there, there's a chance that we might have to drop crew off away from the job.
Yeah, all received, Tone. I'm just going to contact crew now.
The patient is Jesus14, but very agitated. They're struggling to do anything with him at the minute.
So just let us know how close you get, and I'll see if I can work something out to get you guys up there. Over.
So this high ground is looking like the starter for 10. That is fairly thick fog, actually. Okay, guys, there's not going to be any heroics. Let's just sort of clarify that. It's a case of identifying an area that's suitable for us to land.
Okay.
It's illegal for air ambulances to fly into fog. It's simply too dangerous.
It's pretty much no nonsense fog as well, guys. So, you see I'm stitching you up massively, but all I can say is it's got to be up here somewhere.
Okay. Desk 99. We're final, we're just going to land on a field in the high ground now, so I don't know if you want to track us where we are.
Roger, will do, mate.
Somewhere in the fog bank, a man is fighting for his life, and the team know it.
Okay, I reckon somewhere about here.
Desk 99, we've landed.
One of the things we're looking at the moment, if he really is not manageable because he's so combative, is there's another resource coming up to us to then ferry us down to the patients in the valley.
A community responder, a volunteer with the ambulance service, is being scrambled to the field.
All right, should we set off then? Yeah.
Andy and Paul are heading off to meet their lift.
A bit of a hike down the hill just to meet a community responder who's coming up in his own car, but obviously we've got to get down the hill, so we're going to make our way down there slowly and hopefully get a lift to scene and then see what's happening from there.
They're still 2 miles from their patient, injured after a 20-foot fall.
Now turn left into the destination road.
Lovely, thank you very much.
You have reached your destination.
The local ambulance crew have been struggling to treat homeowner Adrian King.
This is Adrian. He's been on the ladder at the top at the guttering and he's fallen flat down onto his face. And that's him really just quite agitated.
Okay, what's his name?
Adrian.
Adrian, open your eyes for me. You stick your tongue out for me. Just relax, mate, you're all right.
Keep nice and still, Adrian.
Adrian, just relax back. My name's Paul, I'm one of the paramedics on the helicopter. Do you know what's happened to you?
The squint is another worrying sign.
He's certainly got a fixed gaze to the left-hand side, even though I'm communicating with him. He's not talking particularly much.
Adrian was doing some DIY.
Adrian, can you squeeze my hand for me?
His stepson rushed to help.
He was up on a ladder doing some odd job and the ladder just fell away and collapsed on him and he fell forward, probably hit his head by the looks of it. Leg twitches here and there, but then no movement really other than that.
Hey, that's from Medic 2.
Hey, that's receiving.
Yeah, Daz, we're going to RSI this lad. We're going to take him out of the DCA. We've got a GCS of around about 10, breakdown of 145.
They're going to put Adrian into an induced coma, a procedure medics call an RSI.
Yeah, Roger, mate, that's all received. GCS of 10, RSI. Are you going to transport by road or relocate around to the aircraft over?
Yeah, we're going to go by land, I think, mate. By the time we've done the relocation, it's not going to be particularly time benefit, I don't think.
Yeah, Roger, all received, mate, thanks.
Anaesthetising their patient and intubating him here in the street is a risky operation, only done in very serious cases. Adrian's survival rests on it being performed flawlessly. On a housing estate in West Yorkshire, the team are preparing to carry out a risky procedure on Adrian, a DIY enthusiast badly injured in a fall from a ladder.
He's very agitated at the moment, so rather than kind of have to have several people pinning him down, which is potentially going to cause a rise in the pressure in his head, we're going to give him an emergency anaesthetic. Then we can take over his breathing, which will minimise any secondary brain injury. We can optimise his ventilation and so on.
Where would you like him?
Just so his head's about here with his feet going that way, please. Then once we've done that, we'll take him to Leeds by road to drive back up to the helicopter and then have to carry him across the field onto the helicopter. It's going to cause more delay than just driving, so we're just going to drive straight there.
Adrian's still confused and resisting his rescuers.
Just relax yourself back there.
That's it, got mate. That's it.
Try and relax, nice deep breath. Take a deep breath, take a deep.
Okay, mate, all right, we've got you. If we need to do, we'll go towards me. You'll get it up, buddy. That's it.
This is a critical procedure that requires extreme care.
Okay, guys, so we're getting him an anaesthetic in a second. Obviously, it's going to be tricky with him agitated and as he is.
Four blade.
Yeah. So open your mouth for me. Open your mouth. Just some oxygen to breathe, all right? You're doing really well.
Adrian is being sedated. Then the team will use drugs to temporarily paralyse him.
No. You can't. It's just oxygen. It's just oxygen. Take some big breaths. Big breath. She's going to give you some medicine to make you feel sleepy now. Just try to relax. You're doing really well. Are you ready with your minute? I'll tell you when. 16 mils of ketamine. No, just relax. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax, okay?
Adrian is drifting off to sleep.
Okay, can you time that minute for me, please, sir?
0.
You're going to feel very sleepy in a minute or two. Just turn up to 15, please, mate.
And 60.
Now Andy will slide a tube down his windpipe so the team can take over his breathing.
Okay, grade 1 view. Bougie, please.
It's a proven treatment for brain injuries.
Okay, bougie through the cords tube, please.
Tube is on the bougie. I have the bougie.
Tube through the cords. Bougie out, please. Thank you.
Adrian's brain can now relax, but there's no time to spare.
So we've got CO2, we've got good sats, we've got a nice blood pressure.
Driving him to the helicopter, carrying him across the field and then loading Adrian will take time.
Yeah, 25 past.
You got it?
They think they can get him to hospital in Leeds faster by road.
Okay, good to go whenever. We've anaesthetised him, which has calmed the situation down. It's allowed us to take over his breathing. That means that we can make his oxygen and his carbon dioxide levels exactly as they need to be. The concern obviously right now is whether there's any injury around the brain, any bleeding around the brain, and unfortunately that's quite likely. So we're going from Keighley, which is kind of the top end of West Yorkshire. We're going to travel down into Leeds General Infirmary. That's the major trauma centre with the neurosurgical centre. So if he does need any surgical intervention, if there is bleeding around the brain, then that's the right place. So we've got him into the right place first time.
Adrian's heart rate is very low. It's another worrying sign, but until he's in a scanner, the extent of his brain injury will remain a mystery. A trauma team are awaiting his arrival at the LGI.
So, this is 50-year-old Adrian King. At 12:42 today, he was up a ladder up to the level of the guttering on a house and has fallen, landed, we think, just directly onto his face. We don't know about loss of consciousness. With the crew, he was agitated, combative, unmanageable, which is why we've gone out to him. His GCS when we arrived was eyes 1, voice 2, motor 5. Very combative with a fixed gaze to the left. He was RSI'd at 13:51. And he's been bradycardic running at about 50 since before the drugs have gone in.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll go outside and do some paperwork.
The team have done all they can, and Adrian's life now lies in the hands of the hospital doctors. It's the 10 a.m. breakfast at Air Ambulance HQ. Bacon and eggs for the air crew and dispatcher James.
Thanks, mate. They're showing 44 minutes away from it.
Yeah, well, that's fine then. If you want to send us
I do want some.
The fry-up will have to wait.
Where are we going to?
Richmond. It's a head-on motorbike versus car towing caravan.
Good 101. Everything's easy. All boot to 1021. iPad is on.
Dr. Chris and paramedics Sam and Lee are heading to the Yorkshire Dales.
Oh, good in time. What are we going to? Cyclist. What's the motorcyclist doing apart from brakes leg? James said he sounded a bit ratchy. Ratchy. Presume James Cook's nearest MTC today. Richmond, yeah, usually, yeah. It's 45 minutes normal road conditions to James Cook, 30 minutes to Darlington. So we're just going up to North Yorkshire, right to the northern point of Richmond. Reports of a motorcyclist who's collided with a car, who's got some serious leg injuries. Also, he's been described as being a bit agitated, so we're quite concerned that he may have other problems. We try our very best not to take agitated patients in the aircraft because they are difficult to manage and they can put a risk to ourselves and themselves. But there are a variety of drugs and techniques we can use, and of course, trying to calm the patient down to manage it.
The patient is amnesic. He has hip and leg pain. One leg's reported to be at a funny angle, and he has facial bruising and damage to his helmet. DCA has just arrived on scene. I've asked for an update for them. Thank you.
The coach stopped here now, just right below double-decker bus. Can't see the ambulance though, is there? With no one on scene? Should be. There's a bus there. Because that bus was pointed that way and it stopped, hasn't it? I think they said it was on a bend actually, so I wonder if it's okay, Oh, there he is, looking. There is a field back behind us now. There's a field there, but with a gate.
Pilot Gary has his work cut out finding a place to land.
We can relocate, can't we? This clearing here, look, you got access. Oh yes, you can, mate. Yeah. Can't see any wires. There shouldn't be any wires. I can't see why there'd be wires here. Clear the trees. That's the sheep have got Wi-Fi. Levers aren't cleared out. Okay.
That's from Medic 2. Yeah, we're just making his way up on foot. It's we're about 300 yards away.
There's not been any further update from the scene, but when we flew overhead, we got a visual casualty sort of lying on his back. It looks like crew and sea removed all his clothes already, which is a good thing for us. Helps us visualise any sort of like potentially just straight away windy road, so traffic seems to have also been stopped.
Local paramedics are already treating 27-year-old John Ray from Newcastle. His bike hit a van towing a caravan, catapulting him through the air.
John, he's 27, something like 60 mile an hour, and
Okay.
did try to remove his own helmet. He survived, helped him. Right leg's obviously in a fracture. Chest, good air entry, nice and clear, no chest pain. A bit tacky 105 when we arrived. That's his latest set of odds now.
Okay, well, let's have a quick look, but yeah, let's get ready to get him moving.
Yeah, he's got
Hi, John. Hello, John. My name is Lee. I'll stay off you 2 minutes, fella. So quick look at that. Oh. Do you know where you are, John?
He's 14, he's a bit confused.
No, you're a bit confused, are you? Okay. You stick your tongue out for me, though. Yeah? Blink your eyes. Okay, all right. So whereabouts has hurt the most, John?
Lower back, my leg's dead.
Your lower back and your right leg, is it? Right, yeah, okay. Okay, let's go quick check over again, John. Okay. Any discomfort on your chest, John, at all? No? Just your back, is it? Well, you say your lower back or your upper back?
Lower back.
Your lower back, is it? Can you wiggle your hands and toes for me, John?
What?
Wiggle your hands for me. Any pins and needles, anything like that?
I can't wiggle my right foot.
You can't wiggle your right foot?
It's dead.
It's dead, is it? Okay, yeah.
First on the scene to assist John was teacher Lisa Hall, who was driving a school minibus.
I could hear that he was really struggling to breathe. He was gargling and it was kind of foaming a little bit at the mouth. So I took the decision to loosen the helmet initially, and we got his zip down a bit and tried to open the airway. First aid trained, it's part of the job, but obviously this is not part of the job, but you just help when you can. So things that you've heard, things that people tell you.
Just gonna cut the rest of your jacket off, would I?
As we were coming round the bend, the motorbike, his friend came round the corner, quite close to the white line, but then I could see the yellow bike behind, and he kind of looked, he was going past, he didn't look like he was coming round the bend as such. And obviously I've been following the caravan and I've seen him go into the side of the caravan, and obviously he's come flying past me on the bus.
It looks like she saved John's life, but Dr. Chris fears that as well as a broken leg, he's shattered his pelvis. If that's the case, his life is in danger from catastrophic internal bleeding. On a road in the Yorkshire Dales, the team are working on a biker badly injured when he was catapulted into the road after a collision with a caravan.
John, go put your legs straight, okay? It looks like it's already straight, innit?
It does look straight. I mean, if you'd have to get a binder on, you're going to have to slacken it off anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think we'll do some manual traction on it.
Yeah.
Get
Nice.
the binder on.
It's on 3, we're gonna come this way. Okay, speak around this way.
They're rolling him onto a spinal board to protect his back.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Slightly on 6.
Okay. All right, mate.
John was out for a ride with a mate. He didn't see it happen.
Which way were you riding?
We were riding that way.
You coming down the hill, were you?
Yeah.
Oh, you should come round?
Yeah, so we were coming down here.
Right, okay. So, is he at the caravan there?
Yeah, so...
And he's ended up here?
The front where the
front...
behind the ambulance.
So he's landed here? Were you behind him or in front of him? So he's absolutely... he's flown, hasn't he? Yeah. Down. See how far he's come? So he's gone. He's out of... Yeah, lower back.
We're just going out for breakfast. Met over in Newcastle, came across the A69 and through Barnard Castle, and I believe there's a pub a few miles up the road, which we were going to go for food. It's quite a nice road. Obviously quite busy sometimes as well, as you can imagine, caravans, cyclists, that sort of thing as well. Just heard the crash behind us, unfortunately, and just turned around. Well, I pulled over at the side at first, realised that obviously he wasn't behind us. And then I turned the bike around and then came back and see him lying on the floor, quite far away from the bike.
John is critically injured, but the team have managed to restore blood flow to his leg.
Happy?
Yeah, I've not given him a ketamine yet.
The right leg looks definitely less ischemic. The cat recall's still prolonged. And the time that we got the colour back was 11.
It looks like it's quite a low femur fracture as well.
Yeah.
It looks not traditional.
I think ischemia was probably the ankle hitch.
Ankle hitch, right, yeah. He's had quite a substantial mechanism of injury, and he's some considerable distance away from actually the impact point. I would say at least 20 metres, lying in the middle of the road. The crew and team done a really good job, removed all his clothes, straightened his leg. But he's clearly a bit concussed at the moment, keeps repeating himself.
The accident could easily have been fatal if it wasn't for the first aid skills of a member of the public.
I've got his helmet here, you can see it's sustained quite a substantial impact to one side of it. So initially he may have been unconscious on scene. So yes, she's done a really good job, yeah. If you've been knocked out, opening someone's airway can be a simple life-saving measure when someone's unconscious. She's done the right thing, yeah. She's also done a brave thing as well. A lot of people will first thing they'll do is they'll ring for 999. They recognise that somebody's critically ill or not well, and look into intervention is sort of a very brave thing, and she's got to admire in doing that.
They're flying him to the major trauma centre in Middlesbrough. It's a 15-minute flight.
Force trim is engaged. Leeds radar geared, morning and Helmet 9 Alpha. So the obvious injury in John is that he's got an injury to his right leg. He's got a fractured femur, that's one of the major bones of your body. You can bleed about 2 litres into that fracture. So by putting it in a splint and pulling it back into alignment, that reduces the amount of bleeding.
And Dr. Chris is full of admiration for the first aid that kept John alive.
Even the most basic of things that really you don't need to be a paramedic or a doctor to do, just knowing how to open somebody's airway by just gently lifting their chin. Things like that can make a huge difference. And that's why we encourage that people are trained in first aid. Certainly many people do believe it should be part of a national curriculum through your driving test. Yeah, that's good.
It's time for the trauma team at the James Cook Hospital to take over the battle to stabilise John.
He's travelling at 60 miles an hour, riding his motorbike. He's at the front of a van, offside impact. He's then travelled 20 to 25 metres through the air and landed on the concrete. Pelvis is intact, but he's complained a lot of lower back pain. Abdo's nice and soft. Obvious right femur fracture, which had been straightened prior to our arrival. Reports that he was unconscious on scene or quite dazed and stuff, tried to remove his own helmet. Blood pressure on scene was 130/90, but there's a few spurious ones, probably aircraft movement. He's had TXA, Gramov, ondansetron, 7 milligrams of morphine. He's fit and well and is on no meds.
Tonight, John will undergo surgery. His injuries could be life-changing. Back in West Yorkshire, another of the team's patients is making a remarkable recovery. Adrian King sustained a major brain injury when he fell off a ladder outside his home.
I'd taken a day off work to fix the window leak to please the wife. The wife at the time was going through chemotherapy, so we're both in 2 hospitals in Leeds, unable to visit each other. But she did manage to come and see me about 3 or 4 days later, so that was nice to see her.
Adrian was lucky to survive his 20-foot fall.
My injuries were a fractured skull, 2 brain bleeds, which are called a subarachnoid hematoma, which could have major effect on the brain. I could be paralysed, I could be wheelchair bound.
At a time when he was already dealing with another family crisis, Adrian had to will himself to recover.
I worked for about 5 or 6 weeks after that. My wife took a turn for the worse and she needed me at home. Basically I cared for her until December last year, which unfortunately she passed away just before Christmas. So, and now I took a month or so after that, I decided to not work for anybody anymore, just do what I wanted to do. And so I've set up my own little joinery business and I've started doing that and it's going well. I've got quite a few jobs on at the moment. Yeah, it's keeping busy, which is the main thing for me, just to keep busy.
It's a summer's afternoon at RAF Topcliffe, home to one of Yorkshire's 2 air ambulances.
Brief. I'll disappear out to the east.
Pilot Lee's flying his medical team to a market town in Rydale.
I'll just confirm I'm going east onto...
You are going to Bolton-ish area.
Local ground paramedics have called for air support. Sam and Gav are flying to the rescue.
We haven't actually got much details on this job. All I've got is that there's a 42-year-old male who's having a query MI or a heart attack. Time is of the essence, really. One of the major arteries to the heart will be blocked, which can give them significant chest pain. And if not treated quickly and unblocked, it can lead to cardiac arrest, which obviously is very serious. So the quicker that we get there and get to the place of definitive care, the better. Yeah, a lot of MIs usually are with over 55 sort of age. So someone at 42 years old, it's more on the rare side.
With time against them, the ambulance crew are transferring their patient from his home to a nearby park where the helicopter can land.
Oh, is that the DCA in at 12 o'clock next to that field?
Oh, yeah, visual. Dennis 99 overhead, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, what there are some dog walking people in that field. Oh, perfect location.
Lee's not wasting any time in getting on the ground.
Okay, going to go in and then reposition.
Okay.
Clear trees on the right, clear on the left.
You clear on the left, there is a golf post. We're just coming past it now.
The clock is ticking. It's almost an hour since the man dialed 999.
Okay. Hi guys, how are we doing?
Their patient is 42-year-old Adrian Prince Isles.
1500, I think it was. He started with his pain.
Okay.
Central chest pain, but very clammy and very sweaty. Okay, that's the ECG we've got. Phone PPCI.
2 AVF, yeah.
Accepted.
His ECG trace appears to confirm he's having a heart attack.
So you haven't physically got any pain as such at the minute? Is it like a weight someone sat on your chest? Yeah.
Gav and Sam are wiring him up to their defibrillator. Adrian's at high risk of cardiac arrest. If this happens, they will shock him through the pads on his chest.
First, that's a really bad heartburn, but it just sort of spread and wouldn't stop.
Because you're really sweaty, aren't you?
Yeah, he is, yeah.
He's being given aspirin to thin his blood.
So what we're going to do is, we're going to fly you to Castle Hill Hospital in Hull, okay? Basically what's happened is it's like one of your arteries blocked, you haven't effectively, layman's said, you haven't having a heart attack. But the best thing is not to worry. What we'll do is when we get there, the team of people there, and they'll go into your artery and they'll unblock it. The best thing you do is try and keep as calm as you can, all right?
Adrian is living through a nightmare experienced by more than 100,000 people every year in the UK. Heart attacks are one of our biggest killers.
Right, I'm just going to give you some of this. This is for your sickness now, okay? If you've got a K band in, because this thing's not sticking at all because it's so sweaty.
He's being given morphine. The team must warn the cardiac unit 30 miles away in Hull.
Okay. We're good, yeah. Do you want to ring Castle Hill and I'll sort out loading them on the air?
You sure? Is that all right? Yeah. Hello, yeah, we're just ringing about a patient we're bringing to you for PPCI.
So if we come around this side, just watch your head or whatever you do.
Because of the distance we're travelling, I'm on Helimed, we're bringing in by helicopter. You okay, Lee? Yeah. Okay. So we're just loading him onto the aircraft now. We're going to fly him to the PPCI centre in Hull, which is Castle Hill, about a 20-minute flight away.
But local kids are excited by the sight of the helicopter.
There's a lot of people here at the minute, so we just need to make sure that everyone's back in time to take them.
Adrian's life could depend on this flight, and they're not helping.
Victor 1 departure out here, mate.
Okay.
It'll be a vertical climb because we've got the forward reject, because we've got quite a load of kids behind us and just going to go forward.
Okay.
Pulling power.
Okay, Adrian?
Power is good, just topping that up.
Helimed 99 is heading south at 150 miles per hour.
NS99 move lifted route to Castle Hill.
Gav's keeping a close eye on Adrian's heart trace.
Just going to get tight on your arm, Adrian, okay? No blood pressure cuff, all right?
Every 3 minutes, someone dies of heart disease. Some conditions can be hard to diagnose.
He has actually said he's under the cardiologist because he has had symptoms like this previously, but nowhere near as bad as this. As of yet, he hasn't had any diagnosis from cardiology. The hospital are aware he's coming, so there'll be the appropriate people in the team ready to sort this problem out. And the good thing is that we've got this helicopter here that we can get him here much quicker than by land. It was a good hour and a half by land, where we are a 10-12 minute flight away.
Just 12 minutes after takeoff, Adrian is on final approach to the regional cardiology centre.
All clear on the left, please, buddy.
All clear on the left.
South left, nose right. Still clear left. Thank you.
He's going straight to the cath lab
NS99 landed.
for a treatment to remove clots from his heart remotely. This could change Adrian's life. The canals helped create most of Yorkshire's Pennine towns during the Industrial Revolution. But now they're a playground for those who like to use them for leisure.
Yep, we're all good to the left, Jeff. Cheers.
Today, Helimed 98 has been called to the canal-side village of Mythenroyd in the Calder Valley. Paramedics Pete and Matt are on duty with Dr. Dave.
What did you say the job was, Pete? Fallen in a lock, a canal. The story he said is someone's fallen in a log, they've dragged her out, they don't know how long she's been in the water. Initially GCS were 15, but they said significant head injury. So he said, well, is that a head wound rather than a head injury? She's GCS 15.
The incidents happened in a lock at the bottom of a steep hill surrounded by terrace houses.
Right, so we're looking down here in the valley, aren't we?
Yeah. We got valley coming
I've got
down.
the lock.
So there should be people with them, but the vehicle won't be outside at patient.
Yeah.
They're all by lock. Can you see them all?
Yeah, I got them. That's it. Right, where do you want to get? Do you want me to put you down in this? In fact, no, that's
visual now. My MRC are in attendance as well, so we'll be on approach. Give me a call when we've landed.
Pilot Jeff has his work cut out. It's a tricky place to land.
I'll go for the big field to the west, to the south of there, and then we'll just reposition from there.
Come in. Looks like there's wires going.
Got that.
Got visual with short domestics going across us, left to right, and we've got them running up the side of this road as well. To this house.
You see that guy running? On your 1 o'clock now, he's running down.
Yeah.
He's going to come out on your 12 o'clock. It looks like that road leads to there.
Ah, right, yeah, see.
To run up to tell us to land here.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no clear from 98 landed. 98, am I?
The team's patient has just been pulled from the water. Local paramedics are on scene.
Leslie's basically been unfastening a nut on one of the locks. And it looks like she's lost her footing and fallen headfirst into the water. Then it's dragged her under the first lock, through the second lock, so she'd been submerged in water a couple of minutes, and then 2 people found her and dragged her out.
Retired teacher Leslie Fielding was close to drowning.
Unresponsive when she got there, massive head injury. She's got severe bruising down the left side, she's got bruising on the chest and her abdomen down the right leg. She has got air entry, but I can hear she has swallowed water.
Okay. The local mountain rescue team started giving her first aid. Now Dr. Dave is taking over her case.
Hello Leslie, my name's Dave, I'm one of the doctors in the Air Ambulance. Can you squeeze my hand? Good lass, well done.
Leslie fell while helping her husband John navigate their narrow boat through the lock.
Has she actually verbalised at all to anyone?
No. So this is the first time that she's actually spoken anything.
All right, okay. All right. What's the height of the fall that she's dropped down?
She's probably about 10 foot, so she's just gone into the water, then it's taken under the first lock, through and out under the second one.
Type thing, I don't know about.
So she could have ended up just being battered underneath.
Yeah, two gates. She's gone through 2 gates.
Yeah.
She's lucky to be alive, but her life is in extreme danger from a lethal condition called secondary drowning.
Okay, so we just need to have a quick look at you, okay? We'll keep you covered up as best we can, dear. Leslie, just take a nice breath in for me.
Secondary drowning is caused by inhaling water.
Quite a lot of weed.
Without hospital care, victims can die hours after they've been rescued.
Leslie, is it sore when I press on your chest and this side? Does that hurt? No. If I squeeze your tummy, how does that feel? Does that hurt or?
The wheezing is caused by river water in her lungs.
Okay, so A's okay at the moment, but we've only just started getting some field responses. Chest-wise, she's wheezy on the sides, but she is expanding and she's ventilating, but it's a fair bit of effort. GCS-wise, her eyes are open spontaneously. She's obeying commands and she's trying to whisper.
Leslie,
keep your head nice and still, please.
Keep your head nice and still. I'm just going to take this collar off, okay? What I don't want to do, I don't want to squeeze your neck, all right? There we go.
I know, darling, I know.
Leslie, we're gonna take you to hospital now. We're going to go back to the aircraft in a helicopter, okay? We'll both be with you. We've just got a little bit of a carry down the path, and then we'll load you onto the aircraft and we'll get you to the hospital as soon as we can, okay?
For Dr. Dave and the team, time is of the essence.
It's a really strange one, this, actually. From what we understand is she's fallen quite a distance head first into the water. She may have hit something in the water, she may have hit the lock. Originally quite confused. Nasty head injury. Main concern at the moment is she's swallowed quite a lot of water. We did a quick primary survey just to see whether we needed to kind of put her to sleep or not, really, but we don't think we need to at this stage. We've kind of done a risk analysis on it, and she seems okay at the moment, so what we're going to do is just give her some medication to stop her being sick and get her off to hospital as quick as we can. Then they can sort of make a decision on what to do from there, really. It's kind of basing, don't waste too much time here and get her straight to a hospital, and that's what we're trying to do.
Mountain Rescue are providing extra manpower.
Hi, Leslie, it's me again. Hello, darling.
No, Leslie, don't turn your head.
Keep your head still. All right, darling. I'm going to pop these blocks to keep you nice and comfy.
As well as the water she's inhaled, Dr. Dave is concerned she may have significant injuries caused by being washed under the canal gates.
There's a sort of a small time frame where we can probably get her to Leeds before the water in the lungs start causing problems. I think if we arrived any later or she was any different, we might have to very well have to put to sleep at scene and take over breathing, but I'm happy we can actually get her to the major trauma centre swiftly and then hand over to there.
It's a race against time. Leslie's being flown to the Regional Trauma Centre at Leeds General Infirmary.
Got Matt to your left, I'm here. Husband's just top left, okay.
Leslie's life is in the balance. 10 million people visit the Yorkshire Dales every summer, but in winter the population shrinks to just 20,000. And in the remote hills of the High Pennines, the air ambulance is a vital lifeline for the locals.
We've been tasked to a patient with chest pain in a rather remote area of the Yorkshire Dales, near, we believe, Horton and Ribblesdale.
Helimed 98 is battling rain and low cloud to reach an elderly Dalesman with chest pains.
The weather is not entirely in our favour. Earlier in the flight, we were able to climb up to about 3,500 feet and come out of the cloud and have a very nice clear view across the location through which we're flying. But the weather has actually closed down a little bit more on us as we stand at the moment.
Pilot Steve's climbed to find better visibility.
How high are we now, Mr. Upson?
No, we're going up to 4,000 feet just to get above the cloud.
It's not worked, is it?
Oh, it is. We're on the edge of the blue stuff here.
Now he has to find a way down.
I'm just going to turn left towards the lower ground of the valley itself. On the side of Settle. Yeah.
At last, the cloud breaks, and Steve manages to get his team to the home of their patient in the village of Horton in Ribblesdale.
So if you look, I'm thinking access in the 1 o'clock now.
That's from Medic 2. Yeah, we landed. We're just making our way down to where we saw the... Oh, I can see the DCA. I was just going to ask if you had an actual number, but got visual of the DCA now. All right. Hiya.
Got Harry for you. Harry's been up all night doing his spray for his... he's had chest pain all night.
Yeah.
Coughing up all the green stuff.
Local paramedics are trying to stabilise pensioner Harry. His son called them.
I think he's going downhill this last half an hour. Right. Well, in terms of his colour? His colour and his eyes. Yeah.
Harry, whereabouts is your pain now? Just in the middle of your chest?
Yeah, just a bit.
Right, and when you're taking your spray, did that get rid of pain?
Not altogether.
No,
but
did it help?
It helped, yeah.
Have you felt unwell for a few days, or did they just start last night?
No, I haven't been too well for a bit of a...
No, but it's not like this. No, obviously it's a lot worse today.
Neil and Ant are worried he may be having a heart attack.
So when did you start feeling unwell?
Oh, about midnight.
What happens when you take a deep breath? Does it make that pain worse?
Does it just sit?
Or is it just...
Same, I think.
So that doesn't affect it? But did you feel breathless? Is that what's catching your breath?
Yes, when they put me in this pacemaker in, And then when I went to have it checked, I told them I were getting a lot of angina attacks again.
Yeah.
And they said that one of them leads could cause that. And so they took it out.
But Harry's pacemaker is making it hard to diagnose what is wrong.
So, Harry, when you had your heart attack, does this feel like your heart attack pain?
Something similar, yes, because I'd have to breathe then.
And your pain goes down your left arm?
Yeah.
Does your whole arm feel heavy?
Yeah, it feels heavy.
Right.
It's not so bad at the moment.
And your pain, you said it were a 9?
Easy.
Yeah.
It's clear Harry's condition is complicated and needs cardiac specialists.
Harry, can we just take you up to hospital just to check you out? Is that okay?
Okay, yes, I'd have to do that in a deep bloody chair.
The weather is still bad, and flying him will be a risk. Local doctors will already be familiar with his case.
Which hospital would you go to from here, Harry?
Airedale, because they've done it all.
His son's understandably worried.
He's not feeling very well. I think he might have had a slight heart attack or whatever, because of the history he's got already. So we're taking no precautions, so we've called you lot out. And let's hope things go all right.
Harry's off to hospital by road.
Air desk from Medic 2.
It's a 40-minute drive.
Just to let you know, mate, this patient has had kind of a few-day history of feeling unwell. Chest pain and cough since last night, coughing up green sputum. He does have a cardiac history. It's difficult to diagnose an acute cardiac episode when someone's got a pacemaker. There's certain changes that happen to someone's ECG when they're having a heart attack or some kind of acute coronary syndrome, which don't occur when they've got a pacemaker in. They just get a standard kind of paced ECG, so it makes interpretation quite difficult in order to make that diagnosis.
It's time for the air ambulance to return to base. But thanks to Dr. Neil and paramedic Ant, Harry and his family have had the reassurance of a rapid medical response, despite the remoteness of his home. Harry spent 2 weeks in hospital, where it was confirmed that he'd had a heart attack. Sadly, he died a few weeks after returning home. In a further terrible loss to the family, his son Gary has since been killed in a farming accident. Biker John broke his femur and fractured vertebrae in his back. Nerve damage left his leg paralysed below the knee. Despite physio, he was forced to give up his job as a taxi driver. He just got married, and the crash meant he and his wife had to cancel their honeymoon. He's now planning a career change. Boating enthusiast Leslie broke and dislocated her shoulder. She required extensive surgery and now suffers from PTSD as a result of her ordeal. And heart attack victim Adrian underwent immediate surgery and had 2 stents fitted to his heart. He's on medication for life, but is recovering well. When lives are on the line,
Are there any obvious injuries?
these men and women will risk theirs
The lad who was driving's got blood coming out of his face.
to save yours.
RTC trap.
They deal with the most serious injuries.
The patient is described as bleeding heavily.
Directly below his ear. There's a lot of blood there.
The most critical illnesses.
The reports of a male who's in cardiac arrest, and without any action, the patient will die.
The 2 Yorkshire Air Ambulances cover Britain's biggest county.
He's fallen 30 foot from the roof. Oh yeah. He's got a big cut to his head.
5 million people rely on them
All right, sorry, sweetheart.
to deliver cutting-edge emergency medicine
We're just going to go to sleep. He's not looking particularly good.
at high speed.
If you can activate your major hemorrhage protocol.
Every day brings high stakes.
Downtime is about 20 minutes. We've just got a rusk.
It got no pulse when I arrived. Started CPR straight away.
The outlook for this gentleman is very uncertain, and he may well die, unfortunately, because of his brain injury.
High risks.
Head-on car with 3 females, driver hurting all over.
It's at the right, but it's spreading across.
Pulse has gone from about 110-ish down to about 60.
And high drama.
Sounds like his friends have pulled him out of the water, but he's really, really cold.
He slipped straight away, bashed his head. He's got a big gap in his right temple. You see so much blood under that brick there.
It's a Thursday morning, and in Bradford, emergency services are racing to reach a man who's trapped underneath his own car. Firefighters and the ambulance service's hazardous area response team are seconds away.
Fine, got it.
Helimed 98 is about to join the race.
Doors and harnesses.
Close secure. Close and secure back.
Close secure front left. Fuel.
Back up keys there, 501.
With Dr. Neil and paramedics Andy and Rachel on board.
The incident we've been tasked to is a gentleman is trapped under a vehicle that's crushed him when the car jack has failed, unfortunately. But the crews are on scene as we're en route have reported that he's not breathing and is still trapped. So there's obviously the potential, from the information we've given, that this chap has got very significant life-threatening injuries. It may be that he can't breathe because he's physically trapped and crushed and squashed by the car and the collapsed jack. So the priority is to obviously release the patient from the entrapment and then to treat his medical problems in order of priority.
Pilot Elaine will have her medical team there in 3 minutes. Seconds count.
It looks like it's on the bend. There's a playing field opposite where all the resources have parked over.
Element 98. Roger, thanks for that, Lee. Playing field bed.
Yeah, lovely. I did.
Resources. Without listening to my wife, I just plucked out the bits that I needed to hear, in case she asks if I understood.
Paramedic Andy lives near the incident and knows the local area.
It's not that long by land from this location either.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I can see the DCA, yeah.
Where is it?
Just behind these trees on this junction.
Yeah, okay.
The traffic's still moving. Pretty weird. Right, I'll drop you off where the path is and you know you can get out.
Yeah. When you've got skids down, do you want me to get out?
Yeah.
And make sure nobody comes in at disc.
Let's go.
Thank you. Landing.
Dr. Neil and Rachel are joining the fight to save the man. And there's some promising news.
Downtime is about 20 minutes. We've just got a Ross.
In layman's terms, it means the man's heart is beating again.
He's a big fella, so we're just trying to package him at the moment, get a binder on. He's been under for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
The team first on scene have kick-started the victim's heart with a defibrillator.
Yeah, but carry on, don't move out of our way, just do what you're doing.
Their patient is Steve Miller.
We're after a move now.
Go,
Just recording the second BP before
We've got
we
a
move.
stable Ross.
Radial pulse.
Are we happy with his chest? We were querying that. I mean, his air sounds all right, but... Yeah.
Steve was repairing his Land Rover Discovery when the jack collapsed. It weighs nearly 3 tons.
I suggest, I'm not going to interfere right now, let's pop him in the DCA.
Yeah.
Head towards Leeds. I can sedate him and or look at his chest while we're en route. Is that okay with everybody?
Time is of the essence. Steve could arrest again at any moment.
If we organise it so there's 3 each side, a lift.
We got good access?
We've got IV and IO.
That's fine.
IO
That's cool.
down here.
I'll give him some rock. I'll paralyse him in a second, but just keep going.
Dr. Neil wants to manually take over his patient's breathing. It will minimise any damage to his brain caused by lack of oxygen.
Where was he trapped?
He's laying on his side, head into the vehicle.
Yes.
All right, kind of vehicle running down that kind of line.
Across his head?
Not across his head wasn't trapped, across his chest. So if you think at B-post running down, we're probably sat about on his hip or just above.
Steve's rescuers are going to drive him to hospital in Leeds. It will be almost as quick as a flight and give Neil and Rachel more room to work on him. Neil wants to know more about the incident.
So who was the first person here?
We literally pulled up at the same time.
It was you, was it? Okay. Cool. So how was he when you found him?
He was stuck under the car. Pelvis was not under the car. His chest was completely doubled over and his head was not touching the bottom of the car. But he got no pulse when I arrived. 5 crews were literally seconds behind me. got the car up, pulled him out, and we started CPR straight away.
We've loaded the patient onto the ambulance because it's going to be quicker to get him from here to the major trauma centre at Leeds than it is to get him from here into the field with a helicopter.
Steve is very badly injured.
Yeah, I'm happy. You happy, Rachel?
Yeah. Just steady away, guys. Not sort of throw us about too much. Tear.
But their patient's heartbeat is strong. He's intubated and unconscious.
Hi LGI, it's Neil Sandbridge from Helimed 98. I've got a trauma pre-alert for you.
Neil's briefing doctors at the major trauma centre at Leeds General Infirmary.
I've got an estimated 50-year-old unknown male who's been crushed under a vehicle with a presumed hypoxic cardiac arrest. His presenting rhythm was asystole. He's had 15 minutes of CPR and a ROSC. He's intubated with a palpable carotid with a heart rate is about 100 and we haven't managed to get a blood pressure at the moment because he's got a strong carotid. We're coming to you by road and we're moving in about between 15 and 20 minutes. Thank you, bye. His heart started again, so he has a pulse. We can feel that pulse at his wrist, so that means it's a good strong pulse. He's been intubated, so there's a tube into his trachea, into his windpipe, and he's now on a ventilator, which is the orange box. So the ventilator is doing the work of breathing for him. He himself was doing a little bit of breathing as his heart restarted, but that can sometimes be a problem in the sense that he's then trying to breathe against the ventilator and he actually needs a period of rest. So I've paralysed him. The problem here is that he's got a presumed hypoxic brain injury, by which I mean he's had a significant period of time without oxygen going to his brain, and then the subsequent brain injury that will incur. So really our job is to deliver him to hospital in as good a condition as we can. The outlook for this gentleman is very uncertain and he may well die, unfortunately, because of his brain injury.
Steve's arriving at the LGI. The trauma team will take over the fight to save his life. It's vital they know everything about the incident.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is a 54-year-old male crushed underneath a Land Rover Discovery on a residential street with the vehicle lying across his chest. He's been unresponsive, apneic and pulseless on arrival of the first ambulance crew on scene and in asystole. He's had 10 or 15 minutes of ALS, intubated and with a ROSC, with a single pre-ROSC dose of adrenaline and requiring no drugs thereafter. I've given him 100 of ROC and 2 of midazolam in divided doses. Heart rate's been sustained at about 120 with a good radial, but we've not had reliable readings off his non-invasive. Thank you very much.
Steve's partner Denise, who has terminal cancer, is being driven to hospital by police. She's been told his life hangs in the balance. In South Yorkshire, a police chase has ended in a head-on smash in the middle of a village outside Doncaster.
What is it?
It is an RTC. 3 patients, I think she said.
Pre-takeoffs, 1 rate ball.
Pilot Lee's job is to get paramedics Rachel and Matt and Dr. Steve to the scene as soon as possible.
Okay, so engines both to fly.
Lifeline guided. Estimated about 6 minutes.
The village is close to Doncaster Airport.
Doncaster radar, hello, flash message.
Alright, so H145, 5 on board VFR at 900 feet, 1017, lift out Nostril Priory.
We've just been dispatched to an incident near Doncaster, a road traffic collision. Initial reports are multiple persons injured, one potentially having some breathing difficulties. So the call's still being taken at the moment. Our dispatcher's listening in. But on the early information, that was enough for us to dispatch. So we're probably about 5 minutes away now.
Reports from 999 controllers suggest it's a major impact.
Head-on car with 3 females, driver hurting all over, short of breath, elderly patient and another woman. You see that church just on the other side of the town? That's pretty much where it is, I believe.
Right, yeah, got it.
Just have a look for blues and twos just in case it's not there, it's somewhere else. Just keep eyes out in case we're looking for somewhere else. But that's the initial grid.
With this incident being a police chase, clearly people that are trying to evade the police won't be sticking to normal road conditions, so there could be some significant speeds involved.
Just there at your 2 o'clock.
Right, okay, so that's not quite where I thought.
But there's a nice field behind us.
See this little tree here, this little grassy area there? That's probably where I'm going to put you. Yep. I feel all right with that.
Lee's aiming to touch down in the middle of the village.
What about here? There's that
Access road.
road right through to there.
Yeah, what, 3 o'clock later?
Yeah, sure, okay. No, that's a good shout. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Helimed 99 is on final approach.
Tails well clear. Okay, you're good. We're down. Clear out. Thank you.
To a scene of devastation. The red van loaded with scrap was being chased when it hit the Ford head-on, then demolished the telegraph pole.
All of a sudden just heard a big bang, came outside and saw this carnage.
A family of 3 were in the car.
Hiya, how are you? You alright?
She's just complaining of some neck pain, also complaining of some chest pain. We've got some quite thick bruises already coming across the shoulder and neck.
The team are splitting up to check all 5 casualties.
We'll just go and have a look at these in pub. Yeah, we just got a couple of patients. One crew dealing with a couple. Rachel was just dealing with another walking wounded. We're just going to go into a pub and deal with a couple that have kind of self-extricated, and we'll get back to you shortly.
This is Olivia. She was driving the Ford car.
Yeah.
Head on with it.
Yeah.
19-year-old Olivia Steeper was giving her mum and gran a lift back from lunch.
What we've got is a little bit of pain just in here, sort of centrally. But she has been able to touch her chin onto her chest.
Okay.
A bit of pain around this side of the shoulder.
Yeah.
On the back there.
2 of the team's patients are under arrest. One is a teenager whose mother has arrived on scene.
One of the doctors from the Air Ambulance. Go, Steve. Right. So what's been going on?
Can't move.
Whereabouts?
Show me
where it hurts.
There. Is it there? There and all I can feel my arm moving, but this part is moving. I think it's clicked out.
Olivia's gran, Linda, is being sent to hospital by road. It's feared she has a spinal injury.
Right, we're going to lay you back now, okay? I've got you.
Yeah, okay.
Rest back, okay? Yeah. Rest back, nice and slow. Okay? All right.
Linda's been strapped to a rigid scoop stretcher to protect her spine. It was a big impact. The truck weighed 3 tons.
Can you feel me touching your fingers there?
No.
Does that feel numb?
Yeah, it's all numb.
Okay, that's fine.
Please don't touch me arm.
I'll try not to. I need to examine it to see what's going on. So up here, is that a sore?
Yeah, it's all killing me. It's killing me from there to there.
Steve's patient, who the police think was in the vehicle they were pursuing, is just 14.
Collarbone, how's that?
It's not as bad. It's not hurting as bad. My arm's just hurting.
Okay.
I just had a pain going through it. That's where
The teenager's story is that he was crossing the road when he was caught up in the carnage. The police aren't so sure. In the pub, Olivia's condition is deteriorating.
Pulse has gone from about 110-ish down to about 60. So, and we've got, I'm just going to do another BP now. He's got some abdo pain, which he says seems to be spreading a little bit.
This young man said that he wasn't in the vehicle when it crashed. Okay, fine. Okay.
Video from the pursuing patrol car proves the teenager's account is untrue.
It just makes our job a bit more difficult, really, because we don't always get the truth out of them, so we don't always know what actually happened, which can obviously impact on the way that we treat our patients.
But Steve's patient is sticking to his account.
Did you have a seatbelt on when it crashed then, mate? Or?
One, did he? There's one I was not in that lorry.
Okay. My police colleagues say they've got video of you coming out the lorry. It's just so we can assess your injuries. It's really important. I'm nothing to do with the police. I'm just here to look after you. Okay then.
Concern is growing about Olivia. Her blood pressure is dropping. It could be a sign of a serious internal injury.
What do we call you?
Olivia.
Olivia, have you still got that pain in your tummy?
Yeah.
Yeah, which side is it?
It's at the right, but it's spreading across.
It is it? Still there now?
Yeah.
All right. Does it feel quite severe?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Chest
9 out of 10 did
say.
say.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just have a quick look at your tummy? You all right with that? No.
Paramedic Matt fears the impact may have caused internal bleeding.
Olivia, what we're going to do is we're going to step you onto that stretcher, all right? We're going to get you kind of flat and see how you feel once you're flat, all right? Yeah.
She's going to be flown to the Regional Trauma Centre for scans and x-rays.
Hi there, it's Matthew, one of the paramedics off the Air Ambulance. We're going to bring a patient to you from Doncaster. She's been driver head-on, quite high-speed impact with a flatbed wagon.
She may have fractured her pelvis.
Now unable to mobilise, pulse of 60.
Dr. Steve will be flying with her. He's doing his best to put his passenger at ease.
Olivia, you've been flying before?
No.
It's Lee's first time too. Everybody got a bit ready, steady lift. No, he did really well with his colouring in task, so we think he'll be okay.
I'll shut my eyes.
Yeah, he does that too.
Thankfully, Olivia shares the same sense of humour.
Okay, just watch your heads in, guys.
Keep hold of the bag.
Dr. Steve fears his patient's injuries could be serious.
Good. Yeah.
3 generations of the same family in the car, mum, daughter and grandmother. They've been dealt with. We'll be flying the young lady, the driver, the daughter, to Northern General in Sheffield because of her injuries. She's got a very sore abdomen and has dropped her blood pressure. Now this might just be because of the morphine, the painkillers we've given her, but it can be a sign of internal bleeding. Everything else is pretty stable with her, but we're just playing on the safe side and getting her to the major trauma centre.
Police are escorting the teenager from the van to A&E. Once his arm is in plaster, he'll be heading off for questioning.
The young gentleman I was attending to initially claimed that he wasn't actually in the van when it crashed. Our colleagues from the police have confirmed that because they were chasing it at the time, they've got video footage of him exiting the van, so even when confronted with this, he still denies being in the vehicle.
So Northern Gen, wasn't it?
Right.
Sure I'm going to the right place.
The team will have Olivia in Sheffield in less than 10 minutes.
Doncaster radar, Honeymed 99 Alpha, hello.
Honeymed 99 Alpha, Doncaster radar, very good HQ, sir.
We're now 6 on board, 300 feet 1016, just listening from the incident at the Electro Services VRP en route to Northern General Hospital. Basic service route and out of the CTR will be not above 500 feet initially.
99 Square Desk with lifted route in order.
The lady was in a Ford KA, which is a very small, compact car. Great for economy and popping around town. Unfortunately, you don't have a lot of metal work around you if involved in a collision. Fortunately, nowadays with airbags and safety systems within cars, they're a lot safer than they used to be. But even so, when in collision with a van which was fully loaded with scrap metal in the back, the transference of force is significant.
Olivia's morning started with her taking her mum and gran out for a lunch. But now, they are all en route to hospital.
That was very smooth.
New aircrew paramedic Rachel is a fan of Lee's flying.
99 Square Desk has landed. Do you know, that might actually have been the smoothest landing I've ever had. So you've just like blown over a pile out of water?
You're welcome.
In the next hour, Olivia is heading straight to resus, then x-rays. The results could be life-changing.
Ambulance, is the patient breathing?
Is the patient conscious?
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Another 999 call is coming in.
If you just stay on the line and I'll tell you exactly what to do next, okay?
Every year in the UK, 6,000 people die in accidents at home, and nearly 3 million end up in A&E.
Hello, Bed 9 Alpha Lead.
145 just lifted nostril with 5 on board. We're outbound to Todford requesting a basic service.
Today, paramedic Lee and Dr. Chris have been scrambled to a town in the Pennines.
So we're just en route to an incident in the Todmorden area. It's reports of a 75-year-old patient who's apparently had a fall downstairs or has had a fit which has made them fall downstairs. The crew on scene have asked us to attend because the patient's very combative, very agitated. This could be a sign of a severe head injury. It could also be lots of other things, for example, if they had a fit and they're recovering from that, or any infection. So these patients can be really challenging because the cause isn't always completely obvious. But we should be there in about 3 or 4 minutes and we can assess further.
The woman has been rescued by a local ambulance crew, who have already begun her treatment.
98 from Ada. They're in a position now to load the patient. They would like to rendezvous with you at a cricket pitch.
Todmorden is a long drive from the nearest major trauma centre. The speed of the helicopter could be critical in this case.
Ada Scrub Helmet 98, we've landed cricket pitch.
The arrival of the air ambulance often draws a curious crowd.
Just mind out the way for us, guys. I think that's probably for us.
But well-meaning locals can get in the way.
So we've got an ambulance that's just going to pull in here. Is that all right? If we can.
Dr. Chris and paramedic Sam want to assess the patient.
Hiya. Hi mate, you all right?
Hello, you all right?
I am, Matt. Nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Sam, this is Chris. Hello, sir.
Pensioner Penny Stokes has a massive head wound. Her husband Kevin found her.
Penny was going downstairs to find some coin for a newspaper. And I was upstairs, so I didn't see her, but she had a seizure and she makes a loud noise when she has a seizure. So she's fallen down the bottom half of the staircase.
Penny's incoherent, and paramedics haven't been able to examine her properly.
Don't know whether it was post-seizure or pre-seizure. Unknown number of steps. She's sustained a nasty laceration to left side of the head. It's pretty much front to back. Okay. Him down. Couldn't see any visible skull fractures, but again, Penny was quite hard to assess. Quite agitated, trying to pull stuff off herself.
Sam fears other injuries. Penny's had epilepsy since she was a teenager.
She's went through the normal process of recovery, so she's been talking to me, but she's complaining about her back, so she went belly first down the stairs, so I don't know whether she's done any damage to her back at all, but if she went belly first, it was probably less likely, I would think.
Yeah, I think you've got to kind of assume she's got a traumatic head injury as well,
Leeds is definitely the best place to go.
She's going to be flown to Leeds General Infirmary. Penny's injuries could be life-changing. Her seizure happened when she was halfway down the stairs.
I said she's gone quite a number of weeks without one, so I was really happy about that. But if she gets stressed, then she just tends to react to it.
Chris thinks Kevin might be the therapy Penny needs most now.
Jeff, husband's with her, who's a little bit anxious. I think he'd like to travel. He does settle her being able to talk to her.
She's nervous about a long journey to hospital.
You know as well as I do that sort of Todmorden's quite a long way away from Leeds. We'll go in the helicopter because it's going to be a lot quicker to get you there. Okay.
They're going to fly her 30 miles to the regional trauma centre.
All right, buddy. Okay, great. We're still going to go head first.
Kevin will be by her side.
Happy?
Just have to lay on your back until we get to the hospital.
You okay?
Yeah. Then we'll be able to get you on your side once you've been x-rayed and things like that, if you're okay.
At the minute she's fairly stable. She's a bit more alert than she was, so she's talking to us, a little bit confused, and the difficulty is, chat to her husband is really helpful because he says she's often like this when she's had a fit, but she does have quite a serious head injury. She's got a huge wound there. So we need to, she basically needs a CT scan, so we need to get her to Leeds General Infirmary as quick as we can.
Penny's still in great pain. Pensioners are among the patients most likely to die in domestic accidents.
If you look at the data nationally, the group of patients that we tend to miss are the silver trauma patients. These are patients who are older, generally over the age of 65, and they can have very severe injuries just from a fall from standing. So having that fall down, a flight of stairs, or even a few stairs, I'm quite worried this patient's got serious injury.
Penny's on final approach to Leeds General Infirmary's rooftop landing pad.
And leave us all the way down, you're clear to start strapping.
Penny's head wound will need immediate surgery, and the team can't waste any time in getting her to the operating theatre. The majestic Three Peaks tower nearly 3,000 feet over the Yorkshire Dales, and visitors to Ingleborough Pennygent and Whernside keep the air ambulance busy.
Hello, job for you. Ingleborough.
Helimed 98 is being scrambled with paramedics Paul and Andy on board to a walker who's fallen.
And brief. We'll go out that way if they let us, and we'll climb up off to the west. Weather's good.
They're heading out from RAF Topcliffe, just 5 minutes flying time from the Dales.
I did ask him to set MRT off actually because it sounds like his friends have pulled him out of the water, but it's really, really cold, so it might be a while before a land crew can get there.
The accident has happened near a huge underground cavern called Gaping Gill.
I think he was 60-odd-year-old male, I think. Got a cut on his head and he's just really cold. He's been in the river.
The local fell rescue team are on the way to back up the helicopter. Even though it's late summer, the cold can kill up here.
Concerns at the moment is how serious the head injury is, and also potential for hypothermia. The outside air temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, so there is a risk that it could be coming quite cold quite quickly.
Pilot Colin's a newcomer to the unit, but Paul knows the Dales well.
Yeah, that's Pennygent we've just flown over. Yep. And then we've got Ingleborough on the nose.
Whernside's off to the right.
That's Whernside there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see an orange top.
Yeah, down by the river. Happy with that? Okay, we'll come over this high ground, around into wind. Yeah. Just got descending ground as we go around. Roger that.
The accident scene is 2,000 feet above sea level.
Just got those sheep doing their crazy thing. Yep. Oh look, we got Marshalla. We got Marshalla, everyone.
A member of the public who seems to have helicopter marshalling skills is guiding them in.
He's put us that side. What do you reckon?
You're all right there.
Happy there? Yeah, that's not bad, yeah. Good lad. Okay, the back?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. This kid knows what he's doing. Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
They've landed just yards from the casualty.
Hey, you all right? You've done that before?
The marshaller is an ex-soldier who was walking and stopped to help.
That's the party of three. He slipped straight away, bashed his head. It's on his right temple. He's got a big gash in his right temple. You see so much blood just out the stream under that brick there. Feels sick, nauseous. Can't remember today whatsoever.
Okay.
Andy's heading down to their patient. 64-year-old Keith Swarbrick was walking with his wife and sister-in-law.
How are we doing?
He's dazed and bleeding.
Hello.
Thumping head.
What's your name, sir? Keith.
Yeah.
Right, Keith. What's happened?
I haven't a clue.
He had a drink, coffee and a biscuit, and then he obviously, I think, went to get some water. He had a cup in his hand and he slipped there, fell down there, cracked him. Well, you can see where he's cracked his head, down on the, where the water...
We're just at the drop bit.
Yeah,
I've got it.
Went there sideways. Couple, not a minute he wasn't at, then he was grunting, which...
Right,
And
so
then he was
initially he's unconscious, unresponsive.
Keith's symptoms could be a sign of a serious head injury. His wife is understandably worried.
He can't remember anything about today at all, which is not like Keith. Remembers who I am, which was nice.
Keith is lucky to have been looked after by Kevin Smith, whose years in the army gave him crucial first aid training.
Well, I was walking with my partner. I'd been to the top of the mountain there. She stayed down the bottom. As I was descending, she started yelling for me and waving her arms. I thought something's wrong, started running down, and she shouted, somebody slipped and fallen. So I got to the top of the edge here, looked down, I could see a gentleman in the water with two ladies stood around him.
You know where you are at the moment? You know...
No, in Yorkshire, I think, aren't we?
In Yorkshire, yeah. You're on Ingleton, pretty much. Ingleborough, I should say. All right.
Said he was sick, nauseous, couldn't remember what he'd done all day, how he'd fallen, anything. So I ran back up to the telephone because there was no signal down here. Gave a grid reference of our location, came back down and could see he was then starting to shiver, get cold.
Keith's a retired caretaker who keeps fit hill walking. He was wearing all the right gear, but it's soaking wet.
Once we got this in, then you will start to feel quite a bit warmer quite quickly.
Andy wants to raise his core temperature.
This is like an electric blanket, effectively. Okay, it's just going to help keep you that little bit warmer.
It's vital he's warmed up. The cold makes traumatic injuries harder to treat.
I'm just going to put this on top of you, Keith, all right? Just a bit of extra warmth. If it's a bit heavy for you, let me know, and we'll take it off again, but hopefully I'll keep it a bit warmer, all right, mate?
The electric blanket and the insulated bag they call the Flexalon should soon make him more comfortable.
I'm going to take this off because you're feeling sick. I just want to make sure we're not looking at anything too sinister.
Instead, Keith's condition seems to be getting worse.
When you had a look at the wound, did you feel anything odd about it? Was there any squelching on your fingers or anything? You didn't push on it? Okay, no.
Fears are growing he may have fractured his skull.
Was there an outward bruise? Did it come out much? A lump on his head?
It's inwards. Inwards.
Okie doke.
If there was a depression in his skull, it could be more serious. The team want him off this peak quickly, but the weather is deteriorating. On Ingleborough, one of Yorkshire's 3 peaks, walker Keith Swarbrick's condition is giving paramedics Andy and Paul cause for concern.
How are you doing, Keith?
Feeling awful.
Feeling awful. Keep the arm nice and still.
His blood pressure has plunged.
Oh, he's not got a radioactive finish.
Shall we lower him down?
Yeah.
And he's in danger of losing consciousness.
What we're going to do, we're going to get him off this rock and just sit him on the floor for a minute.
Keith, we're just going to help you to the floor, just get you a bit
Keith,
flatter.
grab all the defibs.
It's going to help your blood pressure, all right?
Right, mate. Just slide your bum off.
His head injury looks superficial. Now the team aren't so sure.
Right, just lean back onto me. Just relax back.
Well done. Just try and breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. I'll give you a little bit of oxygen as well, because that will perk you up a bit.
Thinking if we try and walk him now, he's going to go down, isn't he?
Without a head scan, they can only go on clues provided by his wife.
He weren't fitting anything like that, was he?
He grunted.
He grunted a bit, did he?
Andy and Paul need help to carry him up to the helicopter safely, and Mountain Rescue are still climbing the peak.
I'm just going to pop this in your ear and just check your temperature, Keith. All right. How are you feeling now you're down and with the oxygen on? Awful. Awful. Are you any better than before?
36.1.
Hypothermia is always a risk in the 3 peaks. Paul wants to keep his patient warm.
The more we can get your wet clothes off, the better you'll feel. I know you'll be a bit cool, but the reason why we put this tent over you is to keep you warm, all right? You'll soon warm up once we've got all your wet clothing off. Sorry!
At last, Mountain Rescue volunteers are arriving. They are daily lifesavers in the Dales.
Just a bit of your muscle power, guys, if that's all right.
Carry him in the scoop as he's packaged now?
Yeah, we'll just take him as he is. He's warming up a bit. We've stripped him off so he's got no wet clothing on.
They'll make light work of the walk up to the helicopter. It's wet and slippery terrain underfoot, as Keith has discovered.
Keep pushing him on. Keep going a bit more.
Keith's on his way to A&E in Lancaster, 15 miles away. His wife is putting a brave face on.
Do anything to get a lift down, won't you?
He says walking.
He's got young legs yet.
We are good left. Okay, I'll try and keep the tail off the ground.
They're airborne on the 7-minute flight. Not a second too soon.
North Yorkshire's a beautiful part of the country, but especially when you're high in the hills, you don't know how quickly the weather can change. Cloud can come in quite fast. It has done while we've been on scene. The more prepared you can be, the more likely you are to be able to cope if something does go wrong.
Andy is keeping a close eye on his patient.
He's got a nasty laceration to his forehead. He's going to need the wound to be glued or stitched or something.
Keith is improving at last. Now he's off the hill.
Nice and warm, yeah. It's very good. The Gareth and the electric blanket is really good.
X-rays will reveal the truth in the next hour. He may have had a lucky escape. At the Topcliffe Air Base, the air cadets are busy preparing for takeoff, but the crew of Helimed 98 are grounded. There's a mechanical problem with the helicopter, and engineers are waiting for a spare part. Despite all that, the paramedics are still needed at an incident.
It's someone that's fallen 8 foot off a ladder at First Industrial Estate. Do you want to bob round?
Paramedics Paul and Andy are heading into the local market town in the standby response car.
We've been sent on the response car through to an emergency near Topcliffe in an area called Thirsk. 70-odd-year-old male who's fallen off a ladder. He's complaining of some difficulty breathing from possibly some chest injuries.
A local ambulance is on its way too, but Paul and Andy have arrived first at a garage unit on the outskirts of town. Bystanders have been looking after Frank Moan, who was painting the walls.
What's happened?
Well, he's taken a tumble off the ladder.
Okay.
He's slipped down.
Yeah.
He's got a bruise on the back of his leg and he's complaining about his chest. Tight.
Okay, and how I take you up to there where
you see that brown, that line there?
Yeah,
it's just
that's where he slid down,
so
is it?
He's just come straight down.
My name's Paul, I'm one of the paramedics on the Air Ambulance. Alright, how are you feeling? Just move your hand out away.
Your chest.
Your chest is hurting. Can you remember what's happened? Yeah, so you didn't go dizzy or anything like that? You went, no, so the ladder just slipped. Cracked your chin and stuff in your chest. Yeah? Okay. And he was face down, was he, I take it?
Yeah, he went straight down, that's why
Okay.
his face so hard.
Yeah, no problem.
He's in a lot of pain.
A few simple questions have allowed Paul to rule out a head injury, but Frank can barely speak.
Have you got something just to put under his head? What's under there?
It's just his bag.
Oh, that'll do. Yeah, just...
He needs to keep that with him as well.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Just try and relax that arm for us.
You got a step on your Andy?
Yeah.
The team fear a major chest injury is causing his breathing difficulties.
Any pain there? Yeah, all over. Okay.
He's obviously had a fall down, probably about 8 foot down to the ground. I mean, the mechanism would suggest that he's probably fallen on his left-hand side because he seems to be complaining a lot of pain around his left-hand side of his chest, and it's hurting him when he takes a breath, so he could probably suspect maybe a few rib fractures.
So have a listen to your chest when you take some deep breaths from me, all right? Or as deep as you can.
Frank's a retired cop, doing some decorating as a favour for a friend.
Press on your back, is it? If I press on your back, is there any pain on your back?
Yeah. No, it's all right.
Is it hurting there, is it?
Despite the pain, Frank's worried about his wife's reaction to his accident.
Whereabouts do you live?
In Selby.
In Selby?
Yeah. We don't want to string his wife up.
What, any particular reason? Is she going to tell you off?
Sugar crackers.
Sugar crackers, will she? Okay.
I live near her.
He's complaining of numbness on his right arm. His arm wasn't underneath the ladder when it fell, was it?
So he had a paintbrush like that, so I think he's maybe gone like that.
To try and grab, because it's a natural reaction, you need to go like that. I just wonder whether...
Over there, so I didn't see it because of the post.
Right, okay.
He's gone like that.
Okay.
Despite his appeals, Frank's wife has arrived on scene.
Are you his good lady?
I am.
Oh, you're in trouble now, Frank. Would you get him onto there and you can have a chat to him?
Yeah.
All right, love.
Yeah. Oh dear, so where are you taking him?
Well, Friarage will not take him,
Oh,
so it's probably going to have to be James Cook.
So they're taking you off to hospital, so I'll come through.
No, don't bother, Dad.
Well, I'll come through. I won't rush.
And there's no cure for Frank's latest symptom.
It's a common thing. It's called wife syndrome. You tend to be more concerned about what your wife's going to say rather than what injuries you've got. So yeah, we don't really carry a medication for that, but unfortunately for him, his wife's turned up and not really given too much grief.
Frank is on his way to the regional trauma centre by road.
So, I mean, we're not on the aircraft, otherwise we would have took him on the aircraft because we're still on the car. So you're right to take him up to James Cook.
Happily, Anne has forgiven him already.
Yeah, big clumbersome and accident prone, but a real do-it-yourself man that can't leave anything alone, so yeah. I nearly said to him actually when he set off this morning, don't be going up any ladders. But obviously I didn't get that said to him, so.
The boss is happy, she says, Frank.
Joking aside, Frank's injuries could still be serious.
Cheers, guys, thanks a lot.
X-rays at the hospital in Middlesbrough will reveal the truth.
Go. I'm not going to interfere right now. Let's pop him in the GCA. Yeah. Head towards Leeds.
Sadly, 58-year-old Steve Miller, crushed when his car came off its jack, later died. but his family were grateful that the paramedics and the medical team at the LGI allowed them to say goodbye to him.
This young man said that he wasn't in the vehicle when it crashed. Okay.
We're going to get you kind of flat and see how you feel once you're flat, all right? Yeah.
Teenage driver Olivia fractured her sternum and suffered whiplash and nerve damage to her knee. She developed PTSD and has been forced to give up her job. Her mum and gran suffered bruising and minor cuts. The teenage passenger in the van was released, but the driver has been charged with driving without due care and attention, failing to stop at the scene of a collision, and being over the limit for drugs while driving.
Can you remember falling then, Keith?
Keith, the walker who fell into a moorland stream, needed 8 stitches in his head injury and was kept under observation for concussion.
All right, buddy. Okay. Great. We'll still go head first.
Pensioner Penny, badly hurt when she plunged downstairs in her Pennine home, fractured her skull, broke 3 vertebrae and punctured a lung. She spent 6 weeks in hospital, but has now been given a new drug to control her epilepsy.
Don't want to string his wife up.
What, any particular reason she's going to tell you off?
She'll go crackers.
She'll go crackers, will she? Okay.
It turned out Frank, who fell from a ladder, had broken his hand, his right knee and his nose. He also cracked 4 ribs.
It's ludicrous, and every doctor I spoke to, lots of them, said, what on earth were you doing up a ladder? And they're right. It was a stupid thing to do, but you do, don't you?
He spent 2 weeks in hospital before going home to his wife, who was just glad he'd survived doing a favour for a friend.
I feel stupid doing it. My daughter Helen, only 6 she was about it, and the 2 grandchildren, heartbroken. They think you're never going to come out again. And when they saw me covered in bruises and whatever, they started crying, and I was just mucking about all the time. Luckily, all's fine.